Welcome to Polynext Awards and Conference. Today we are thrilled to be joined by Renu Singh Bakirci, an angel investor, founder, and passionate advocate for green technology, agtech, and the circular economy. As the driving force behind Rean Earth, she is on a mission to transform how we fuel the world and feed the planet, 1 acre and one molecule at a time. Welcome, Renu. How are you?
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here today.
Okay, so Renu, can you please tell our audience something about you, like whatever that I missed?
No, I think more or less you have covered everything. So we, as a company, Rean Earth, we are focused on sustainable aviation fuel and innovative battery technologies right now. At the same time, we are also looking into green hydrogen and regenerative agricultural practices.
Okay, so let's begin with the main session. So, first question for you. Your journey bridges investment, innovation, and sustainability. So, what is the thing that first inspired you to focus on green tech and ag tech?
I actually never thought about green tech or ag tech prior to 2020. My background was mostly in fossil fuels and commodities prior to that. And it was during the COVID and the lockdown that I realized that we have only one planet. And so far, we as humans, we have been depleting all the resources. All we do is take. We actually don't really give anything back to our planet. And that's when I focused on green tech and ag tech, because that was my own humble way of giving something back to the planet. And these two sectors were the most practical way to do. So be it in the form of renewable energy, healthier soils, smarter land uses. So I wanted to create a system whereby I was giving something back to the earth. That was the main idea behind this.
Wonderful. So, can you share the origin story of Rean Earth? Like, how did it evolve into what it is today?
Okay, so initially, the idea was to set up a neobank for women, which is a digital bank for women. And during the COVID lockdown in 2020, I was looking to start something new. And neobank was the first idea that came to my mind. And my focus was supposed to be on the marginal section of the women, because they are the most misrepresented sections in our world. And during my research, what I found out that whenever there is a climate change, women are the first to bear the brunt of it. For example, if you go in Africa, in the Sahel region, you'll see women, they walk for miles just to fetch drinking water for their families or to collect fodder. So that idea led me to start Rean Earth. And the realization was very transformative for me, because I really wanted to do something which was not only technically sound, but deeply rooted in ecological integrity. So we started with SAF and regenerative soil practices. That was the main thing.
Okay.
And today we are working across many sectors, right? And I'm proud to say that we have been able to help many sections of the society.
That's great. So, ma'am, you are also working on soil fertility and land rejuvenation. So, how important is soil health in the larger picture of climate action?
Actually, soil is very, very important, right? Because without soil, there is nothing.
Yeah.
And today, if we look around the world, we have almost lost 1/3 of the fertile soil. And that's because of our aggressive agriculture practices, abundant use of pesticides and the weedicides. Every second, we are losing the size of 4 football fields of productive soil. So soil is actually the most important and the vital thing, not only for the survival of our earth, but for the survival of humanity. And we tend to forget that most often, because we go to the supermarket, we pick up the food, and we never think for a moment where it comes from.
Yeah, that's true. So, what's the one measurable environmental impact Green Earth has achieved so far that you're particularly proud of?
I think the work that we have done in restoring degraded and marginal lands, especially by way of adopting resilient species like Pongamia pinnata, which has not only helped the degraded soil, but also helped us to support the local biodiversity. Apart from that, the work that we are currently doing for Camelina sativa, which is a feedstock for sustainable aviation fuel. And we are in the midst of starting a project in Kazakhstan right now where we are using camelina as a feedstock. And it's given an alternate revenue stream for the farmers, because farmers in those sections of the society only relied on one or two crops to support them. Now we are in a position to give them alternative streams of revenue. And this crop doesn't need any fertilizers. It grows on marginal lands. So it's really, really good. So we are very proud of these two things that we have done currently.
Okay. And ma'am, how do you balance environmental purpose with business scalability and returns?
For me, the two aren't separate. You see, a business that genuinely cares for the environment is definitely poised for long-term growth. I always look for things which are scalable and makes ecological sense and economic sense. That's the sweet spot. And I think more and more companies should be regenerative companies that are profitable by design, not by design meaning that they really care about the environment and they want to do it.
Okay. Collaboration seems central to your philosophy, right? So what's recent collaboration that brought unexpected value or breakthrough?
The work that we are doing right now in the CISG reason for Camelina sativa as a feedstock, as I told you, in it we are collaborating with the farmers on the ground. We are collaborating with the government, with the stakeholders. We have been able to use the land which was not suitable for any other crops. So I find that a very circular way of collaborating with everybody involved in it, with all the stakeholders.
Okay, that's huge. Okay, now let's move ahead with a very interesting round of this session, the rapid fire round. I'll be asking you questions and you'll have to answer it in one word, like whatever that comes to your mind first. Are you ready?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so the first question for the rapid fire round, one word that describes your leadership style.
Intentional, I would say, yeah.
Okay. SAF or hydrogen, which excites you more?
Currently, Sustainable Aviation Fuel, because we are doing projects, two projects right now, and we are very excited. And we can see that we would be breaking grounds very soon on it. In fact, we are also looking, I would like to add, I know it's a one-word thing, but we are also looking into collaborating for the technology, HEFA technology, with the Indian Institute of Petroleum in Dehradun. We'll be taking the technology from them. We are right now in talks. We haven't finalized it yet, but they are one of the contenders for us.
Okay. A founder you deeply admire?
My father.
Wow. Very good. What's the last green tech innovation that blew your mind?
I think the work that is being done currently, especially in the field of solid-state batteries, and the work that they are doing by adopting 3D graphene in solid-state batteries, that's something I'm very much interested in right now. And also the work around the sustainable aviation fuel and the different pathways that are there right now. For example, there's a company in UK called Veloci who are using municipal solid waste for generating sustainable aviation fuel. There are many things out there right now. As you know, there are so many things. You just need to keep your eyes open, I think. So, yeah.
Sure. Okay, so tea or coffee while brainstorming?
So for me, it would be tea, okay, firstly, because, mostly from our own family's plantation, black tea, and sometimes black coffee also. I like black coffee too. Yeah, both actually, yeah.
Okay. One sustainability myth you'd like to bust?
People think that being sustainable means that you have to compromise or sacrifice. Right, that's really not true.
Yeah. Okay, Renu, if not a founder, you'd be?
Okay, I would run a coffee shop somewhere, maybe in the south of France or somewhere in south of Turkey or whatever. Yeah, that's what I would do. Oh, yeah, and maybe I would write a book.
That's wonderful. And one last question for the rapid fire round. One dream
Mhm.
destination to fly to on SAF.
Oh, yeah, that would be Patagonia in Argentina because it's so wild and rugged, and that's a place I have always wanted to visit.
Okay. Okay, that was all about the rapid fire round. And one last question for today's session. How do you build a team culture that blends innovation with deep ecological responsibility?
For us, it starts with clarity of value. Everyone on the team knows that what they are doing is we are building things that respect life and supports and encourages the planetary health. So for me, it's very important that I encourage curiosity, radical honesty, and shared responsibility. And I tell them ask yourself, should it shouldn't be like we have to build this, but you should ask yourself, should we build this?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that was all about today's session. Thank you so much, Renu, for joining us today. Your vision for a sustainable, tech driven future is truly inspiring. From
Thank you.
molecules From molecules to fertile soil, you are redefining what impactful innovation looks like. We are excited to watch Rean Earth grow and shape a greener tomorrow. Once again, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much. It was lovely being here anyway.